And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is Monday, May the 20th, as we begin a new week together. Glad to have you. Scotty Ray and Odie.
It's hard to believe we're almost through with May.
And as I mentioned earlier, we're getting into, this week is EMS week. The governor's proclaimed it that. And then June begins the official kickoff of hurricane season as we switch from tornado season over to that one, which is bad. At least you do know that's coming.
Yeah, a week out. But this week, talking about EMS week, and that's some of, you get your unsung heroes that people just don't think about, and there's two of them, and one is your dispatchers, and the other one is your EMS. You see them all the time. You hear them coming down the road, and they're pulling up to your neighbor's house, but your paramedics and your EMTs, you're talking about a group of men and women that, look, if y'all see them today, go up there and tell them thank you, shake their hand. What they do, that is truly life-saving measures that they do. They've got a mobile hospital that they come pick you up on, and they work on you in a moving vehicle. And it's something that we've got to have, and spent this weekend training.
Yeah, as we pull this up.
Great.
As we go here, let me say, well, I messed that up, didn't I? Let me pull this back up here and show you here as we go to take a look at their page here. We did go down this weekend, as you mentioned, that training there at Metro, and it was fun. Bunch of these were just really went above and beyond to learn how to pull them up the hill and showed them a little bit of everything. Let me show you a few of these pictures here. Here's the girls. They were playing I'm Hurt. they did a fantastic job, Odie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, John and
good. John, Kevin, and the big Eddie.
Eddie Ivy.
Eddie Ivy was sharing some of his knowledge. Talk about knowledge. That man's got some knowledge.
Now, this is where they were pulling everybody uphill. And, you do have those situations where people are down in a gully, an embankment. Yeah. It's nothing like hands-on experience to practice all this stuff.
And Meridian Fire was out teaching that leg. And
matter of fact, they were teaching this part here. This is what is interesting, because we probably have more of this than anything.
We do, and that right there to the right, that was Wayne Robinson. He's the chief of Meehan. He's also the mechanic for Lauderdale County Fire Service, and he does the training on that and showing everybody the use of the tools. And remember, it wasn't that long ago we got brand new tools here in Lauderdale County.
And that's what that is right there.
And that's the jaws of life. All battery operated. You don't have to carry a whole lot of lines and a pump with you. Everything is self-contained.
Thing looks pretty big there, Odie.
It is, and it's not real light, but it is easier to work with because you don't have lines holding you back. But Wayne is an awesome instructor with that. Keeps everybody's knowledge up. Does this at least once a year because there's certain ways that you've got to do things.
Yeah, a big thank you to everybody that came out. I enjoyed that little visit as I was out and about Saturday morning as all that training was going on. Thoroughly had fun. I learned a thing or two just sitting around watching. Like, yep, there's a reason you do that, and I don't. I cannot do your job. I'm often reminded of that when I'm out.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, they do. I'm just not that person. It takes somebody special to do things. Odie tells me I'm outdated. I was sitting here humming a song, and he says that no longer matters. And I disagree with you.
No, I didn't say it doesn't matter. I said half these people out here won't know who that song is.
I think it was, y'all refresh me now, I think his name was George Hamilton. Abilene.
That
prettiest
was
town
country.
I've ever seen.
But now there's not any country.
No
You've got to go back to what station Greg listens to listen to country. Now, and I don't know why, but it's like people who sing rock and roll call it country.
Yeah, and it's not. The stuff in the 70s that was rock and roll is now more country than anything that's out there. Bob Seger is country by any. I mean, let's just face it. Michael Jackson is country now compared to what we got.
Yeah.
And I am not, because if you can understand the words, then it's country now. Period.
Yeah, it definitely is a whole genre change from what we're used to. You know, you had rock, and if you wanted to sing rock, but you wanted to add something to it, they changed it to heavy metal.
You know, when I was in...
They changed the genre.
I was about ready to graduate, and they had a bunch of those hippies that was like that, and you couldn't tell they had long hair, and I was like... I had trouble determining if they were man or woman back in the day. Metallica and whatever they were. I mean, it was long... Charlie Daniels sang about it. Long-haired hippie type. Y'all remember that in his song?
Long-haired hippie people.
Yeah. That was part of what he said. Love me some Charlie Daniels.
But they at least changed. They changed the name of it. Was rock and roll, but it was a different type. It was hard rock, or it was
like, what do you call somebody like Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl? What do you call that now?
Well, I mean, that's still. It's closer to country than it is rock and roll, but that was still rock. You know, old time rock and roll.
That was a song too.
Yeah.
Bob Seger. I remember all that good stuff there.
Pop. Sheila said pop.
You know, Robin remembering I'm a simple man. Boy, wouldn't life be better if you could really go by Charlie Daniels' code of ethics from I'm a simple man?
And we just said classic rock. It is classic. But back when they were singing it, it wasn't classic. It was just rock, easy rock. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get music TV.
The CDs,
music channels on your TV.
I don't watch it, but
oh yeah, they've got easy listening, easy this. Easy. They've got so many genres. You get lost.
I do. I was at a restaurant yesterday, and the music was so loud I couldn't talk to Angie in the seat next to me. I can't stand it when it's that loud. I don't enjoy my meal. It was horrible. Let me just go ahead and say that.
Oh, Bob says, leave this long-haired country boy alone.
I believe in you there. You can't make some things up. Earlier this morning, if you watched the 6 o'clock show, we talked about a police car being stolen with the cops still in the car. Yeah. Here's another story for you. We've been trying to determine what we assume is Washington State, maybe Seattle area.
Well, there's an Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Right, but this ain't Aberdeen here. It ain't Aberdeen, Mississippi. We're assuming that this is somewhere near Seattle. You had a guy who stole somebody's motorhome.
Yeah.
He goes to prison for it. They get ready to take possession of their motorhome, and they can't get it to run.
Well, the key don't fit no more.
And so they had to go back and get convict out of jail to take him back to the motorhome to get it cranked for the people that owned it after he tore it up. You really can't make this stuff up, can you?
No, you can't. No. No,
That's bad.
You know, we're not saying that you stole it. But if you did, how would you crank it?
He knew exactly how it was all laid out.
Yeah. Oh, here this
so
is.
Have you ever done that with the wires?
No.
You see it on TV all the time. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't. No, I've jumped. Your starter
with the key in it, but.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just asking for a friend to see what Odie's knowledge was.
Yeah, no, I'm not that good.
I did see what was gone in 60 seconds, where you had to have the key code, and it's a lot of that these days.
That's one that the dog swallowed, and they had to chase him around.
That was it. There's a job for everybody, and be glad you're not that guy.
Oh man, yeah. We'll be glad you're not this guy.
Ooh, yeah, we're going to tell you about this next. Headlines. What happened over the area? Y'all be ready. We'll tell you about a local businessman that has gone to jail. He's gotten out, but we'll tell you all about it next.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we go to the lead story of the day, the arrest that happened over the weekend of a former business owner. When I say former, he could still own it. I'm not sure.
I think
it's been
he
kind of
does.
lost. He may. Jonathan Dean, a name that has become real familiar to a lot of folks in Lauderdale County. Here's the mugshot that happened over the weekend. Here's the story of this as we get our story there from the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. He was taken into custody Saturday morning. He was booked in a little after 10 p.m., then he bonded out around midnight, which would be Saturday morning. A $30,000 bond. He was charged with repair fraud and 5 counts of tax evasion. He was a former business owner of what used to be Dean Plumbing and Heating, and then it changed to American Plumbing and Heating and Cooling, which he may still own. I'm unsure of that, to be sure of that. If y'all will remember, this was brought to everybody's, I remember you being there, one of the first times you and I worked together, of when the child came up missing in the Center Hill community, and everybody came out and helped with that. We went back to kind of make you remember who this was. Now, a lot of people going, well, why weren't there more charges? That's the only person that I'm aware of that had formally made out charges to where they thought they had fraud done. Could there be more people come forward and file more charges? Yes, there could be. But at this point, that's what it is. The bond could not be set any higher for what was there. A lot of questions about bonds, but that was the average bond of what happens in a situation like this. But the talk of the town, without a doubt here, Jonathan Dean arrested over the weekend, from my understanding, may have come back into town for a graduation of some sort and was arrested after the graduation. If I'm getting my exact facts on that, the timeline could be a little different, but roughly those are the guidelines of what I'm told happened there.
And a lot of talk that if you feel that you were took advantage of, then go file charges and go to the sheriff's department. If you're in the county, I guess if you're in the city, you need to go to the city and file charges.
But they can't do anything unless somebody makes a complaint against someone.
They can't do that. I mean, you can sit here and say that, hey, look, that happened to me, but until you file charges, there's nothing they can do. And so if you want a chance to get what you think you're owed, then you need to go file charges.
And let's address this, because this has become a popular topic in Lauderdale County. Let me zoom this up. Almost every picture now, I think everybody is getting it now. Let's pull this picture back up here. If we will notice the haircutting drape that everybody is getting. Used to, that was put around you if you had an obscene shirt on.
Right.
But I think now it's a standard photo op at the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. If anybody who gets their mugshot taken gets this. No longer can you advertise a business when you're arrested and smile about it. They're having that taken away. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to he's looking for a sponsor for the front of the cape. I'm not sure. Just checking. It could go to the Benevolent Association.
But if you want to sponsor that, talk to Sheriff Calhoun, see if he's interested in taking some money.
Be kind of nice there, wouldn't it?
It would.
Could help out for the Benevolent Association, a lot of other things. But that's what we know that happened this weekend with that. So we'll we'll get all of that as well. Now, as we get into our next big story here, the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department out riding around. I believe this was also Friday night. What is that going by? Oh, it's a city Tahoe. Odie, what's it doing out here at midnight?
So it wasn't supposed to be on the road, huh?
It was stolen. It was a Parks and Recreation City of Meridian Tahoe. A Lauderdale County Sheriff's Deputy got out. I kept getting, why are all these cops in my neighborhood? I live near Highland Baptist. Why are all these cops out here? Well, let me tell you.
What had happened was...
Here we go. Boogie there, boogie there. The Sheriff's Department got in after them. They would get to around Highland Baptist Church, jump out and run behind the church. I tried to say shirt. Last seen doing this. They have not been captured. They did recover the vehicle, and it was taken back to the city of Meridian. No one was hurt. No one was injured in any way like that. But pretty big news there is a city vehicle being taken, and that's the way it was. Just fled right off into the darkness there. And suspects, we do not know if they know who. We got this from Sheriff Calhoun. It says, Sheriff Ward Calhoun confirmed that a DUI deputy attempted to make a traffic stop of a Chevrolet Tahoe without headlights on. See, now, y'all keep that in mind. If you're a bad guy,
Yeah.
keep your headlights on. It doesn't draw the attention of, well, the police.
If you...
They were traveling northbound on 35th Avenue and 11th Street.
Yeah, boy.
The vehicle fled on 35th and came to a stop at the intersection of 27th. The driver and passenger fled from the vehicle. City of Meridian helped assist, look for that. And again, we have not gotten any further on that. So that's where all of that came into play this weekend. Now, a lot went on as we go to Neshoba County. Let's talk about that. We got anybody from Neshoba County here?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of them joining us.
Somebody brought this up here. Joseph brought this up. Here's the story that comes out of Neshoba County as we look at this. One person was injured last night, a gunshot wound, Odie. Now, this would happen on County Road 717, which is just kind of to the northeast of House, Mississippi, off of Highway 19. And, of course, in Philadelphia, they call that 19 South. We call it 19 North out of Meridian. But a shotgun, Odie, would fall over that was leaning, hit the floor, go off, and shoot a man in the foot. I don't know how bad the injuries are. Not life-threatening, but I would assume if you're shot in the foot with a shotgun, you're going to be limping for quite some time.
Yeah, and it could have been worse, and we're glad that it wasn't.
Yes. And Eric Clark, as I spoke with him last night, he wanted everybody to take heed to this of gun safety in the home. Make sure to always treat every gun in a house as if it were loaded, because it can be a bad deal later on.
No such thing as an empty gun.
You're right. I had a friend. Everybody's got a friend who was going to bore sight, had it at the kitchen table, tweaking it, had that in the end of the barrel, turning it there and squeezed the trigger, and woof.
Ooh.
Because you can leave one in there and just forget that you did.
Yep.
So something to keep in mind. Always treat it that way. We've got somebody also in the city limits of Philadelphia who has been shot, Odie, as we go here. We find out that approximately 1:50 yesterday afternoon, Philadelphia police responded to the area of Valley View Drive. Reports of a male being shot. After the officers got there, a male had been shot in the arm and leg and was transported to a hospital here in Meridian. Witnesses observed two vehicles fleeing the scene. They are not life-threatening injuries, but a man has been shot in Philadelphia. The investigation continues to look for that.
Cool.
Now, overnight, we're also going to have a story that I'll put out here in just a little while. We had a stabbing in Meridian last night. A stabbing. Let me look at my little notes over here. 1800 block. It's kind of controversial where this probably went on. 38th Street, 38th Avenue. Police
That's
arrived.
just where he went.
That's about roughly where he goes, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all.
Did nobody do it?
He was stabbed in the neck, gonna live, but didn't want to report, didn't want anything. Let me go. I'm all right. I'm gonna make it. We have a lot of that. Now, at the same time, I had a report in the 1800 block of 38th Street, about an hour before this guy showed up at the hospital, of 3 males and 2 females running down the street chasing each other, and there were screams heard in the area of 38th Street, which prompted somebody to call the police and go, something's not right over here. It sounded like somebody just got hurt, and then somebody shows up. So I think the two tie together.
Somehow.
Can I put my hand on a Bible and say this is the same case? I cannot. But my arithmetic from Northeast Lauderdale High School tells me that there's a highly, highly big chance that the two go together in some shape, form, or way.
So in other words, you saying when you went through math class, 2 plus 2 does equal 4?
That's right. Miss Bass taught me that.
Okay.
Now, I wasn't very good. She moved me to the front of the class and said, you need more learning. But that's the best I can come up with.
Oh, man.
Lord have mercy, the busy weekend that we had. And we have not even touched near about what all has gone on over the weekend. Y'all sit close. It's supposed to get interesting. We'll be right back with more information.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
And welcome back, Scotty Ray and Odious. What a busy morning we have. Appreciate that tip I just got. So we get a lot of tips here, and we do appreciate that. We pass along as we can help others. Odie, I got a disturbance on Friday night. I did, and I always end this when I put this stuff up at this moment, there had been no damage or injury reported, because it can change. Saturday afternoon, I started getting phone calls of, why are there so many people over here? Like cops, they're everywhere. Well,
They're everywhere.
It was, well, that same situation. This would also be on 38th Avenue. A home was reported gunshots in the area, and after they got up, they realized that their house had been shot, and, their car had been shot up in a drive-by shooting overnight. So the police arrived, and that's why so many cops were in the area as we go here. Again, this would happen in the 1200 block of 38th Avenue. And again, when I put these, and y'all keep that in mind, of just because at night you sometimes can't see something doesn't mean that there's not damage.
That's exactly right.
A lot of times Meridian Police Department said, we got 12 calls and we found nothing. Well, sometimes it's kind of hard in the middle of the night to find a gun shell casing in the grass that was spun off of a speeding car. Doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It just means at that point in time they didn't see anything or find anything, and then you find it later on. Now, no one was hurt or injured in this, but it sure kept the Meridian Police Department tied up there for a little while trying to figure it out.
They're not hurt during that. But the thing is, and I keep harping on this, it's like my own dead horse. There's a potential.
That's right.
And not just a potential for injury, there's a potential for death if we don't stop all of this drive-by shooting.
I'm glad you mentioned the word stop, because that brings to mind my next story there, Odie.
What a transition.
If you're riding along and you happen to see a white car with green lighting down the side with blue lights on it, that's probably somebody from the sheriff's department that wants to have a little chat with you.
He don't want to race.
Yeah. Continuing to drive will make him itchy with a stun gun.
And he'll call more friends to join in.
And that's just what we had happen on Highway 19 South yesterday afternoon. Let's blow this up, Odie, and get us a good picture here of what just went on here. Here's the scene as a passerby caught this actual footage from the scene. Here we go. We're coming up on the sheriff's department. It's a whole heap of them, isn't it?
Yeah, he wasn't gonna leave that scene.
Oh, what is this? I see cuffs. Yep.
He's down there on the ground.
I'm thinking somebody should have stopped.
Yeah.
So that's what that was about yesterday. When you don't stop for the sheriff's department, it usually is not a good thing.
They're gonna get you.
Eventually.
Might as well just say okay.
And again, we've had them outrun the police before.
Bob said a stunning conclusion.
You know, you're right.
Like that shocks everybody.
The sheriff's department was really busy this weekend. There was a large crowd of those guys with white cars and green writing down the side of it, the parking lot of Walmart this weekend also. What was going on there? Well, they had a tip. Stolen car, as they thought all there was to it. But Odie, there was much more to the situation as we go here to take a look at this. Let me show you the pictures. Here's the car right there on the trailer.
Yeah.
Now, that's going to be a stolen car.
Oh.
Now, this is them taking a look here, the rollback showing up to take it on back. This would be heading back to Scott County over the lake. We had a burglary of a, what do you call the buildings, portable buildings? It was a burglary that took place there and a car stolen. All of this would be extradited back over to Scott County as the police from Lake showed up to take them back. Shame.
That's not good.
But that's what was going on in the parking lot of Walmart this weekend, if you're wondering what that large presence was. As Sheriff Ward Calhoun updated us, Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department was contacted early this morning by the Scott County Sheriff's Department regarding some of the self-storage units, you know, where you go store your stuff. Yeah, that's what happened there. Had been burglarized on Saturday. They had a description of the suspects and the vehicle, and approximately at 4 o'clock, deputies stopped the vehicle for having a stolen tag. They were unaware that they were tied in with a burglary, and then it all kind of came together after that tag number was run, and somebody is going to jail.
Yeah. That, I wonder if somebody was storing the car.
Good question.
And then if you were storing it, I wonder if you was hiding it from the repo. I know some people who's used
Hank
sheds
Jr.
like that.
Hank Jr. wrote a song about that. Red, white, and pink slip blues. He hides his truck over at Ricky's garage because there's a repo man.
Let's put this in the shed so can't nobody see it.
Speaking of,
drive it, well, have it.
and I'm not sure if they're watching. I had somebody send me a message that they had the actual video of the shootout the other day with the repo man. And I hadn't gotten it, but they said, hey, I got it, if you'd like to see it. Of course I would.
We'd like to see it.
But it was a repo man doing his job. Next thing you know, there's being bullets hurled at him.
Yeah.
That's what we call in Meridian, Mississippi, attempted murder.
You got that right. Look at it. Nature says the tanning bed's working. I'll go back today.
I am really worried about you. Yeah, Odie is having a midlife crisis if y'all hadn't caught on to this.
I'm working
Jim.
out, taking care of my ticker, getting my skin tone right.
You're already dark, Odie. You don't need any sun.
That's because I was outside.
You can get to about right here, and I'm tan. From here up, it's like a bright. Yeah.
Yeah. I wear my sunglasses around Scotty Ray.
You have to. I got legs that scare you.
Oh, man.
We go next to a car fire that took place over the weekend, and this would happen, but they got kind of confused at first where it was. As we go here to take a look, Odie, this would be I-59. Look at this. That's called I got the minivan blues now because there's nothing left of my minivan. Total loss as it burned to the ground there as fire department arrived on the scene, but it went up quick. There was no way for them to get there to get that put out before. It's just, that was big. As we look at that, feel awful for those who lost their car, but those things happen. Nobody injured. Everybody got out of the car safely.
That's good. That's good. And that's right there at that bad spot.
Yeah, this is what you'd call Dead Man's Curve.
Yeah.
Right there. You can go to Jackson in the left lane or come into Meridian there on I-59.
And that right turn is where it always gets you. Alligator, I did get a little haircut. And I'm about due for another one, believe it or not. Tanning bed's not worth skin. I'm with you. I agree with you. But I spend so much time in the sun, it's just as bad out there, too.
So, how much time, how long are you staying in there?
I'm staying in there 4 minutes.
Is that-
1, 2, 3, 4 minutes.
Is that
all I
typical?
do. No, you're talking 20 minutes people stay in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not me.
Yeah.
All
I do. You know, it's like I 4-year-old. I stay in there 4 minutes.
We're going to just start calling Odie the player.
There you go.
We'll be right back. More on the way as we continue on this early Monday morning.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Got a problem.
It's
Scotty
not
Ray and
working
Odie, we were talking about updates, how sometimes they not as good as you think they would be.
Yeah, and this thing wants to do another update. And, we need more Scotty Ray and Odie shirts. They're coming.
Yeah, we'll get
and
that.
then as soon as we get to where we're going to go, because we got plans to be in Quitman, Newton, Philadelphia, more places in Meridian. We'll keep you posted.
Let's go back to this day in history as we begin 1873. Everybody's owned a pair of these, I think, most likely. They wear good.
Yeah.
Anybody remember the name Levi? Well, Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis began their patent today in 1873.
I mean, it was a good pair of jeans, and I still like Levi's.
I think Jacob got left in the dust, and he didn't even get his name put on there. He got known as and Company.
That's yeah, I'm the CEO part of that.
Yeah, didn't work out for him. My hero of all heroes. This is the man that I most admire that was ever a movie star. I look up to this guy. Above all, this is my favorite of anybody. As we go back to remember Jimmy Stewart, born on this date back in 1908. A man among men, a scholar, a gentleman, the whole 9 yards. That's my man. This would be the lady that just keeps on.
She was taller than her husband.
Yes, she was. Now
Not just a little bit.
She's dating somebody like 60 years younger than her right now.
Well,
I'm not kidding. He's like any 20-something.
something like
She's got to be 89 or
close to it.
she's up there. I don't know what Cher's
Yeah.
age is, but she was born on this day, 1940. Okay, she's not. But she is right at 80.
She's close to 80, I'd say.
Yeah. So that's happening with Cher today, having a birthday. This guy, I think, if I remember right, watching Little House on the Prairie, his name was Almanzo, was it not?
I believe you are correct.
He was married to Laura, who sometimes got mad at him. Y'all remember this guy, Dean Butler? Born on this day in 1956. I haven't seen him in anything since then. Now, I'm sure he's done it, but he just hadn't been in any of the movies that I watch. I'll leave it at that. Face that only a mama could love. Did I say that?
Know
out
who
loud?
she was?
Yes, sir. She was Natalie. Was that her name?
Natalie, yeah.
And she took a lot of ribbon, but her part was really an important part of that show that made little
She
girls.
was the hall monitor, wasn't she?
She sure was. Mindy Kahn. She was known as Natalie on The Facts of Life.
The Facts of Life.
Somehow or another, I had a gut feeling you were going to sing that.
Well, you sang it and it stuck in my head.
It was catchy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, here we go.
1974, he said a bunch of things in the song that none of us understood, but it was pretty. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like a video I sent you this weekend where this guy was talking about lunch.
Yeah, and then you make fun of my videos.
You're scaring me, Odie. 1974, who had the number one album? It was none other than Freddie Fender, Before the Next Teardrop Falls. And when he went into that Spanish part of that, man, that was good. I didn't understand a word, but it was soothing, and I liked it.
All right, so Alligator wants to bring in his mathematical skills.
Yeah.
So Cher's birthday.
Yeah.
We had the year up there.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
And we could have subtracted like he did and came up with she'd be 84. But we wasn't thinking that right. So
if you're 84 and dating a 20-something-year-old, you got a lot of money. I don't care whether you're a man or a woman. You got a lot of money.
Yeah. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Well, now we know.
What would you do for a checking account?
1974, first time this has been done. We've talked about this song before, but it made it to number one. And it had never been done like this, to where they went in the studio and they put one person here, and then they stuck somebody on the outside, and they put a phone inside the booth. And they actually dialed it up on the old rotary dial. And the name of the song was As Soon As I Hang Up the Phone, and it's where Loretta calls Conway, and she goes, I've heard a rumor that you're going to dump me. And he goes, well, and she cuts him off. And he keeps trying to talk, and she goes, they're saying you're going to leave me. But he goes, blurts it out, it's true, I'm going to dump you. It went number one there. What a song that was. They released it to radio on this, but it would be a huge hit. And it was one of those little affairs that was going around. And well, he dumped her. He got somebody new.
All right, so now we're getting Cher 78, Cher 77.
Do the arithmetic there.
Yeah.
If she was born in 40.
If she was born in 40.
Did I have the year wrong?
I don't know, because that's 60 years
60?
to 2000, and then add 24 to it. That's 84 using Common Core, which I know a lot of people like that use that.
Let's see here. Let's just make sure that I had the year right, and it was 1940.
Cher was born in what year? Dun, dun, dun,
I can't get in my phone. Hang on.
Dun, dun.
Why did they do this to where you have to put a code?
She's old.
You know, I think he may be right.
Google.
CHER, right?
Born in 1946. Whoop.
So, she's 78 today, so I had the year wrong. It was 46.
Oh, well, look at there.
Okay, all right, yeah. So, we were a little off on that.
Right, she's still 50 years older than her boyfriend.
78.
no matter how you look at it.
So, remind me, Cher, we got to do a correction. Born in 46.
Christy said all you had to do is ask Siri.
I ain't never had a talk with this woman that may or may not be in my phone. And y'all wonder how I make it to wreck scenes. It's awful. Y'all have no idea how I get there.
What'd that fella say to you? Dang, you're quick. Wait a minute, what did he say?
I ain't gonna repeat it.
Come on.
I ain't going there. He just said I was fast. I'll leave it at that.
You were faster than something. What?
Yeah, I was. I ain't gonna say nothing else. 1975. I really like this show, and every occasion I can be at my mom's and catch a rerun of this. Sergeant Malloy, and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Now, why did you say that?
One Adam 12. See the man. See the man.
Golly.
That was a good show. That was back when cops could be cops.
Yeah. And that was back where these shows actually used what really went on, what really happened. Nowadays, it's like, oh, no, this is just made up. And I'm really kind of thinking, are we sure that's just made up, or are they just saying that?
It could be, but we got to protect the rights because they got more rights than you got.
Yeah.
Oh, you broke into somebody. Let's go ahead and sue them because you got cut breaking into their house.
Yeah, and I came home and you went outside to get away and you tripped over something and you sued me for you breaking. Oh boy, do we have a problem!
I just, you can't keep going the way our country is going, rewriting laws that.
No.
Again, let's put this out. There's right, there's wrong. There is no fence. Right, wrong.
No, there's no gray in there. So we had people trying to take up for us and say, look, here's the math. She's 84.
Right, but I had the year wrong.
We had a boo-boo on the year.
Yeah, I boo-booed.
So she's actually just 78.
Didn't have my glasses on. It looked like 40.
There's 3 pair here.
I know, but there's one broke.
Oh. Well, that was your favorite pair.
Yeah, and I hadn't replaced them. Those you can't see as good out of. Broke the arm right off of it. Try using those for a little while. It would be 1978 where, well, Janie Freaky helped out on this one also. She can put her shoes under my bed anytime. Anybody remember a guy named Johnny Duncan? And slide right on into my life. They had a string of hits together there. She sang back up there. I like it. Stranger, turn out the light and love me tonight. He was I hadn't heard from him in years. Not sure what even become of him. 78 also would be the cover of TV Guide. You remember these 3 faces, don't you?
You know, they come up a lot.
Yeah. That was a big show.
It really was.
John Ritter.
It really was.
Really made that show happen. Chrissy, on the other hand, said, I was just as big. She did make the show. And they fired her when she spoke up.
Yeah.
And replaced her with like 12 other people through the course of the rest of the show.
And it didn't make it.
This show, some
We
people
talk
love
about
this.
this one a lot, too.
But it was a lot of actors on it, but it wasn't my favorite. Barney Miller ended today.
I don't think I ever watched an episode.
I watched one, and that was enough. Yeah. Yeah. As we go back to, I watched the original last night. Well, 3 minutes of it.
Oh, I love it.
He's funny. Beverly Hills Cop 2 hit theaters today in 1978. And did I read? Tell me if I'm wrong.
They're coming up with another one.
Isn't it going to be like 3 or 4 that's getting ready to come out?
4 maybe. I think they had 3.
Okay.
So they got 4 coming out.
No word yet that if they're all going to be in walkers chasing after Eddie Murphy. What's his
Park that
name?
somewhere nice. All that happened last time I was.
Judge, what's his name?
Yeah,
Now it's not Judge Nelson. Judge, he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, he was, and he was in all of them with this one.
Yeah, it'll come to us in a minute. 1989, Alabama had a #1. If I Had You. Y'all remember that song? It's back when they all got along, before they partied different ways. We still had them all. Let's see. We lost a talented girl. Saturday Night Live has not been the same since we don't have Rosanna Dana.
No, Ryan Hold, Judd Ryan Hold.
Sure
there we
is.
go.
Gilda Radner passed away, and of course, she was Gene Wilder's wife. She wasn't but 42 years old. It was some form of cancer. I don't remember all about it.
Yeah.
But boy, she sure is missed. She had a talent, didn't she?
Everybody that was in Saturday Night Live then was talented. And I don't know what happened. And don't know why it went the way it went. But I do.
Political correctness. Yeah, we'll call it the way it really is.
That Mad TV.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Beavis.
In Living Color.
Yeah.
In Living Color was hilarious. You know, Homie the Clown. Homie don't play that.
That entire family had a gift.
Yes.
Because I think all of them were brothers on it.
Every one of them. Yeah, and they're talented from
Beyond.
Yeah.
There's ovarian cancer, what Bob said she passed away from.
Yeah, she was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go back to 1990. Y'all remember this guy? I'm Leaving Here a Better Man. Clint Black. And Killing Time was the #1 album in 1990. He was part of that class of 89 when Garth and Alan and all that gang showed up. It would end today in 1993. You've even said you went to the bar itself.
Been in the bar. Had a beer in that bar.
Cheers. If I'm not mistaken, this guy here, didn't he do like a big liberal push that last election of something about the U.S. Post Office?
It was something.
I'm here and he was there on his way of thinking. I don't even know his name.
Most of them, I don't either. Most of them out there.
Actors mainly are not the same as middle America. Doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means they think different than we do.
But you go play a part and you have fun and you make a living. You don't know what a working man does.
It's at daylight every day, whether you feel like it or not. You get your boots on and you go Because why? Your family needs you. That's why you do, whether it's a man, woman, whatever, every day you sacrifice for your family. At the end of the day, there's nothing else even comes close to being that important. Listen to us.
You got to work because it's the only way you can make those hours.
Yeah, you got to buy
People
shoes
don't
for your
understand.
babies.
You got to buy shoes. They don't understand that.
1995, Mark Chestnut had another big hit there. It was called Gonna Get a Life. Y'all remember that? That's been a while ago. Mark Chestnut, not in the best of health either. We wish him full recover. 2003, this man will be pardoned from jail. He wasn't his first time that he'd been arrested.
How? I feel good.
James, the godfather of soul, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's him.
He, another talented individual. I feel good.
Danny, that is correct. That is true.
What's that?
The American military news, Iranian confirmed that their president died in a helicopter. We covered that in the first little bit of the show. But that is true. They located it this morning, I believe.
Yes, and Israel says we had nothing to do with it. Is what they're
it
saying.
was foggy in a mountainous area, and I
if
don't
you'll-
know exactly what happened.
And if you believe
but-
that, we're giving away a box of Cheerios here in a moment.
Yeah, you just stick
That's
with
what
us.
the official word that we got.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to come up. There's no telling what really happened.
No.
Can we prove anything? Absolutely not. They're going to tell you one thing, and
You never know. You've been lied to before.
yeah, we'll never know who, what, or how.
No.
We'll leave it at that. But he is deceased. They're calling it accidental, and we'll just leave it at that, won't we, Odie?
And that's the way it goes.
All right. We'll be right back. We got more on the way. Don't forget, we're going to be giving away one of these at the top of the hour there. So make sure to get your birthday, your anniversary. Somebody's going to win. If I move all my fingers off, you can read it. That's coming up before the top of the hour. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and we're learning a thing or two. We'll be right back as this day gets underway.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler? Or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles. A GMC Denali. Or a 2024 Silverado 2500. Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
As we turn to talk about something we know about, that's Chet's Paint and Body. If you need something done to your car, drop in and see Chet. They do so many different things there, from a small fender bender to something large. They can handle it all there. Put it back to the way it was, kind of like the Humpty Dumpty theory there. Insurance, all that, they'll give you a quote, won't cost you anything, and have you back on the road as quickly as they can. It's located there in Center Hill in the curb. You can't miss it. A great bunch of guys, work hard, and a handshake is everything. Their word is their bond. See him at Chet's Paint and Body, you'll like him. He brings us the fishing report every day. They'll take care of you there. There's the paint booth. It all happens. 737-2961 is the number to get in touch with Chet to get you a free estimate. Well, get your car back on the road.
Now, you know, most of those pictures that you see when we talk about Chet is a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been been through a bad wreck or something like that. But let me tell you, that's not what his only specialty is. It doesn't matter if it's just a buggy mark from the grocery store or what it may be. It doesn't matter how small, how big that damage is to your car. He can take care of all of it. So it's not just him in a collision. He can do all of it and match the paint, make it look nice.
Now, I have to say, Chet may have a little trouble with this next one.
It's going well, and that's because he doesn't have room to go in there and stretch and try and make that frame just right.
This is Wiggins, Mississippi, which is due south of us, as there was a horrible accident, but in the end, something good came out of it, didn't it, Odie?
Oh, man, I tell you, that is something great.
This is the Wiggins Fire Department. They were responding to a fire, had an accident, and they had somebody pinned under it, didn't they?
They had him pinned under, and was able to life flight him out and get him some help, and everything's going to be okay.
Oh, look at that, the damage. See how that truck is twisted?
That's what we call a custom. They're, you know, people, we're going to go with, they continue to go up on everything. Food, travel. Let me tell you what they have gone up on tremendously, and that's fire trucks.
Those are how much, Odie?
A base model. Now, we're not talking about a custom like that one. The cheap fire truck went from $350 a couple years ago to $600-700.
Woohoo!
By the time you put everything on it that you need, and woo!
Adds up quick.
That's why your automobile insurance went up. And if you got automobile insurance, it went up. I don't care who it is or what it is. They're going up just because of the...
I saw home insurance. Somebody sent me a picture of theirs had gone up.
Same thing. All your home insurance is going up because it costs more to be. We are in, over these past 4 years, hint, hint. Four. The reason everything costs so much is because we don't have leadership.
I don't even know what I got insured, but I got a phone call the other day. Whatever it was going up. And I said, oh, can I do anything about it? Nope. I said, okay.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can vote in November. Oh, that poor fella, he woke up on the wrong side of the bed and he thinks Trump did anything. Oh, his education level went down.
ATV crash this weekend. Newton County is where this went on, near Union is where this would happen. Now, I don't have an update, but we do know that somebody was life-flighted, Odie, to a hospital. One was taken by ambulance, the other life-flighted. We haven't gotten an update. I'm sure a lot of people from the community are aware of this and all what went on there. Our thoughts are with y'all. That's a pretty serious thing there to go through there. Now, no weekend goes by without a good break-in, a good burglary. We had a couple of those over the weekend. As we go here, 8th Street is where this would be. Notice everything on front looks fine, but what's that? We had a door broken into. Now, I'm unsure of what was taken or if anything, but it was broken into. Right down the street, this business is out of... I went into several businesses before I figured out where this was. You need to be with me when there's some languages that I can't speak. And we kind of looked at each other for a few moments before I figured out where I needed to go. Anybody remember this? Wingos?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're thinking about buying that building, you're going to have to be buying some copper. Yeah. As we go around to the side of the building, and right there is where the bandit struck. They're selling these things, and this happened overnight, Friday night into Saturday morning is when that happened. There's more of this goes in that I don't catch. As always, if you hear something, let us know so we can report on it. It's important to know where these things happen so you'll be prepared in your neighborhoods.
Yeah, because if they're in this area, they're everywhere.
That's right. Ooh, fire department was busy too this weekend, Odie. What's that black smoke there? And I'm telling you, our fire department is Johnny on the spot. Yet, and this is an abandoned home. That doesn't make it good either way, but look at the smoke that poured out on that. But we've got a lot of abandoned homes in the area, and, well, we would assume, and I'm going to use the word assume, that it's homeless. It catches a lot of these on fire when they don't have electricity in there as well. Let's see here. We had
some of these people answer their own questions.
Well, there you go.
Know what? Who knows? The virus shut America down. Did you not see it? If we'd have stopped travel in February, we tried to. The Democrats opened it back up.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I can tell
Didn't
you.
somebody call
Please,
somebody racist because he didn't
because
want
he
to know?
tried to shut it down. Please do your education.
That was a very
Oh,
bad time in our
boy.
country of what went on back then.
And he's a voter. That's what's scary.
And as polls and studies would really come out, we would have been better not to shut the country down. It cost the country. We can't fix that.
And we had a president that was saying we don't need to shut it down. We just need to keep people out for right now. Don't do this, don't do this. But the Democrats had to go out there and shut everything down. The Democrats had their little puppet, as you want to call him, in there. What's his name? Fauci?
Where is he nowadays?
He is hiding. He's in a cave somewhere.
He finally resigned, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, he's out of there.
Yeah, he knew that what they were saying and what the Democrats were pushing was not right. And now you see what we've got.
And again, y'all remember the masks as they've come out, they don't work. You can quit. And now they're starting in certain areas to outlaw that because people are doing more crimes with them on and using it as a medical excuse. It doesn't work. We go back to the Neshoba County up to Philadelphia to the city limits, Odie.
Uh-oh.
Now, you know, of course, we had somebody that was shot that we reported on. Earlier in the weekend, we would have gunfire. As we go there to take a look, it would be about 10 shots fired near Northgate and Kristen Street. Now, at this time, no one was hurt in this original gunfire play that happened up there. The next time gunshots would be fired, somebody was struck. But a weekend in Philadelphia with a lot of gunfire there. So much more to talk about. We'll be right back as we keep your morning rolling.
Yeah.
Call Trey Long with Long Cleaning Solutions. 601-934-9427. Step into the spotless world of Long Cleaning Solutions. Feel the power of our one-of-a-kind solution perfected by Trey Long. Don't delay. Get results today. Call Trey Long at Long Cleaning Solutions, 601-934-9427.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And somebody mentioned something about a shooting in Philadelphia near the Sonic. I haven't gotten anything on that. If there's more to that, inbox me so I can start asking and figuring out what went on there.
Start checking that out.
A big weekend for Jimmy Rogers. Sold out show on Friday night. As we pull up here some pictures from Saturday night, Odie, this would be going on down at the Max. So many people came out and enjoyed themselves.
We did have a good time, and look at that right there.
Yeah. Glad y'all came out. But again, Friday night was sold out at the Temple Theater. And this is the scenes of Saturday night, everybody coming out, enjoying themselves. Large crowd.
Yeah.
Maples, and of course.
Look at there. That's my buddy Al Brown.
And who's that with him?
That's my wife.
Oh, I see
Look
her.
at her.
You got to stop letting your wife take pictures with everybody.
I know it. I felt sorry.
You just can't control her, can you?
No, you can't. She didn't even got shoestrings on.
What was the deal with that? Do they don't flop?
No, those shoes actually don't use shoestrings.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah.
Okay.
That's those shoes you don't use shoestrings.
Kind of like a stretch shoe and it's fake.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Something
we know
like
the secret to footwear.
Yeah.
Thank you, Odie. You gave up your wife's best secrets.
Yeah. She's not just lazy and don't want to tie them.
It just don't happen, does it?
She's got like 6 pair of them things. She loves them.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right, we got some birthdays, and again, we're going to be giving this away in just a second. Hyundai of Meridian has donated all these coffee mugs to us, and well, we give one away each morning.
Man, I tell you what, one of our lucky winners is going to have it. And we're going to start on this list. We got to go and hope we don't miss anybody.
Okay.
Because Ree-Ann Chattel is having a birthday today.
That's Greg's little girl.
That's Greg's daughter, and we hope that he's going to spend a lot. And I think she was coming back from the coast, spending a little bit of birthday time down there. Cameron Doggett had a birthday, 13 years old. Hit that teenager mark. And I missed that the other day, and we apologize for that. Brian McWilliams is having a birthday. James P. Bailey, happy birthday. Saturday, we had a special birthday goes out to Anthony Chancellor. He had his big birthday Saturday, sheriff of Clark County. Robbie Knoll had a birthday yesterday. Caitlin Elizabeth Harris, birthday Saturday. Gabe and Aaron Joyner, both of them turned 1 year old yesterday. Madison Vincent's having a birthday. Mark and Lisa Roberts celebrating their 29th wedding anniversary. Andy Siciliano.
Yeah, that person.
Try that one more time. Andy Siciliano. And I know how to say his name because I'm friends with him. Siciliano is having a birthday today. Andy, I'm sorry. I've been around this one. And my tongue
I can mess up a name.
Edgar and Dawn Woods, 35. Ashlyn Pounders is having a birthday today.
She actually played with Edgar 35 years.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but so we're going to pull this up and hit the go button, and we're going to see. Look at there, Brian McWilliams, and I believe he's 51 years old today, winner of the Meridian Hyundai of Meridian coffee mug, Scotty Ray Report. So go by Hyundai of Meridian, pick that up, and have your coffee with us every morning. Man.
Coming up, we're going to give you a Bible verse. As I was heading downtown Meridian, I rolled up to a red light. Somebody pulled up beside me on a motorcycle. I said, let me get a picture of y'all. They were out enjoying the day. This was on Saturday, downtown Meridian, out for a cruise. And then Saturday morning, I got to go out to Highland Park. And I don't know, Odie, if you ever noticed this, but a police car is very loud, especially when you push the button over and over.
Oh, right there by you.
The kids loved it, though. They were enjoying playing with the sirens inside the police car. And let me tell you, it was loud. Did I mention that?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit there. Now, as we look here.
That DP,
he's
boy.
back.
Man, that's a good one right there. They're all good. But I like old DP.
Yeah, the fire trucks were out. Everybody was showing how their equipment worked. I'm flipping through some pictures here. Of course,
oh, you know, that little fella right there was having fun.
Oh, absolutely. Heavy equipment's
Man.
fun. They were giving rides on the tractor. They enjoyed that. Greg used to know a little bit about that right there.
He used to have to deal with them.
Let me see here. I got a picture I wanted to go back to. Let me find it. I don't think I got one of it single is the reason I say that. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is.
Oh, the pump truck.
This is what wrecked one similar to this.
Oh, that hit the bridge.
Yeah, you remember that? It was something similar to this one like that.
Yep.
I want everybody to understand what this truck does.
Yeah, that's a big vacuum back there on the back.
Right.
And then you've got that tube that they suck a little bit of everything.
Like, give me an example of something that may be sucked into this.
Sewage.
Okay. So, my next point is, although it sounded like a fun thing it wanted to do with some things I can't unsee. And let me explain what I saw. They were demonstrating how it sucks up stuff. The guy with long hair walks up and it poofed his hair up. And I thought, you have no idea where that has been, because I know where that has been. And that would not have my hair up in there.
They should be cleaning them. And we're going to say they do.
Yeah, that hose, I don't care how clean you are.
So if you've got to dig a hole and you've got some power lines, you've got some stuff around that you really don't need to dig through, and you've got a shovel, but that's not working real good. You can go out there with that machine and a high pressure water line, and you can dig a hole and have that suck the mud up while you're digging.
Suck a septic tank up too.
So, and then it is septic tank.
My point.
But yeah.
Just saying. Keep that in mind.
And today we're going to try and keep everybody up to date on the times. But we're looking at approximately 4.
Yeah.
3:30 to 4. Run for the wall, coming into the Ag Center, be on the interstate at all our overpasses to collect or to be there to bring these fellas in. We're expecting up to 300 bikes coming through Meridian today. And if you feel the drive, we're going to throw an ask out there. We're needing about 20 to 25 cases of water, the little water bottles. And if you feel the need and you're able to get that sometime out before lunch to the Ag Center, we could use some extra water. We had a hard time coming up with it this year, and I talked to my buddy Kirby, and he said, yeah, we still need some. So if y'all could help out, if there's a business out there that can help us, something like that, we need about 20 to 25 more cases of water for these guys. Let's come together and show these guys how much we appreciate them, because we stand up every year for them. So, but now Scotty Ray will have all this on there when we have an update on time.
Yes.
So keep up with his page, because as soon as we get these updates, he'll push it out so you'll know what time to be there.
We'll do it. All right. Let's leave everybody with something great, something positive, and that's going to be a Bible verse today, Odie.
You know, this one right here, boy, this touches your heart, because I love a lot of people. I have some straight up love for a lot of folks. But 1 John 4, chapter 4, verse 9, this is how God showed his love among us. He sent his one and only Son into the world that we might live through him. He sent his only begotten Son to die for each one of us. That's love. And to shed his blood for us and to be there so we can have everlasting life in his name. Lord Jesus Christ can save you today, and he can change your life for the good. Ask him to come into your heart and be with you as you go throughout the day. We hope everybody has a wonderful Monday, a safe Monday. We'll see y'all tonight at the Ag Center to help these bikers come through that are going to celebrate our military. And we got Memorial Day coming up, and this is a big push going to it. But until then, we'll see you in about 23 hours. We got something coming in. Hold on.
Got a wreck on King Road and Highway 495. A car is flipped, is what we're being told. Emergency officials were responding. That was sent about 10 minutes ago. So we probably do have emergency officials on the scene by now.
Yeah. So they're there. So if you're in that area, please be careful. But until then, we'll be back. Enjoyed spending our Monday mornings with you. We wouldn't want to do it anywhere else. We love you. Have a great day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.